Hey all, Tony Bing here. Hello and welcome to my Captain Marvel Sparklefists endgame build for Marvel Heroes Omega for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. In this build guide video we will look at the skills and talents, we'll check out the synergies required, we'll have a look at the infinity point allocation. This is where we would place the first 100 points. We'll then check out the general gear and priority, and at the end we'll show off some gameplay of how the build works and the rotation as well. Now if you want to jump to any section, check out the description, there will be timestamps there. Otherwise we'll start off by looking at the skills. Skill setup we have here then is based around the melee side of things, and it's all about using skills to generate photonic energy, and then we have a particular skill that will actually spend it and do a huge amount of damage as well. Now the main filler we have is Mighty Punch. This would restore photonic energy, however it actually spends more than it restores because we've got it buffed through talents, but it means you get a nice explosion when you actually punch enemies as well, and there's a 1 second cooldown on that. We then have our crash down move, which we always use to get in their face, and it's called Crash Down Strike. So this does bonus damage based on your max photonic energy, and you'll notice that with quite a lot of our skills. It leaves a dot and vulnerability, and it also restores 100% of your photonic energy, so this is a great move to actually open with. We follow up with Ground Shattering Smash, and again this gains a bonus from photonic energy. Next skill we have is one we'll be using a lot. It's Cosmic Haymaker, so it does a huge amount of damage bonus based on your photonic energy, increased critical hit and brutal strike chance, so there's a good chance this will actually brute. It does spend 50% of your maximum photonic energy, so you want to keep weaving this in as soon as you're over that 50% because it does a huge amount. Now we follow this up with Infused Uppercut, so this will leave a dot on the enemy for 6 seconds, bonus damage based on your photonic energy pool, and this restores. So the way you want to work this is you'll jump in first, you'll crash down, follow up with Ground Shattering Smash, you'll fire off 2 of your haymakers, and then when you use an Infused Uppercut you've instantly got 50% back, so you're straight back and you're firing off another haymaker, and then you're just working your way through the rotation. So just keep doing that haymaker as often as you can. Now on the subject of that, we've got a couple of skills that put our regen up even faster so we can use it more often. You have Radiant Cascade, and this will tick, and when it does it restores 5% of max photonic energy per tick, also gives you a whopping 50% damage resistance. And then we have our signature Glimpse of Binary, so nice explosion, 35-second cooldown, you'll absorb damage, you do increased damage, and you get photonic energy as well. So while you've got that increased damage and you've got increased photonic energy regen, you want to start slamming off the Cosmic Haymaker on the enemy. It'll make a big difference. But next up we'll have a look at the talents. First talent we have here is making use of the fact so many of our skills gain a damage bonus based on the amount of photonic energy you have. So with this it's Photonic Empowerment, and you gain a damage bonus based on maximum photonic energy, and that's increased by 20% the conversion rate, and you also gain another 100 photonic energy there. We then have Sparklefists, great name. So Mighty Punch spends photonic energy to trigger an energy burst, that's your main filler, but on top of that Roundhouse Kick transforms into Cosmic Haymaker. That's that move we're trying to get off as often as we actually can. We then have Starfall, so Crash Down Strike gains the following effects. It deals a dot and it restores 100% of your max photonic energy, so that really is useful there. And then we have Warbird's Cry. Now I wasn't sure what one to go for on this talent line, truth be told, but the signature has a cooldown of 45 seconds if you don't use this, and that's the reason I've went for it. It pulls it down by 10 seconds and it gives you the quickened buff as well. Now final talent is Ground Shattering Cascade. So Ground Shattering Smash always critically hits and it doesn't spend any photonic energy, so that leaves you free to use it on the Cosmic Haymaker instead. But for the next section we'll have a look at the synergies. For the synergies we start off looking at the primary attributes, and that would be Strength and Energy, which is covered by Ant-Man and Gambit. We then have your more generic synergies of Blade, Hawkeye, Hulk, She-Hulk and also Squirrel Girl, and then finally you would be wanting to use Captain Marvel, Psylocke and Nightcrawler. They provide a mixture of energy, hand to hand and melee power damage there. For the next section we'll have a look at the infinity point allocation, and this is where we would place the first 100 points. So that's right, you guessed it, once again I'm using the Mind Gem and Deep Thought. This gives you an increase of 250 photonic energy there, and as we mentioned earlier on looking at the skills, so many of our skills gain a damage bonus based on the amount of photonic energy you have, so you want to get that all the way up to 500 before you start looking at other nodes. But for the next section we'll have a look at the general gearing priority. As always then, with this gearing section I'll give some general advice on how you want to itemise for this build, and that means in future as new gear comes out you can apply the guidance given here to help you decide if you want to move about your items and use some new ones. Now when it comes to the legendary, our tags are a bit over the place, so I've decided to use Emkran. It gives you photonic energy, which is useful because we have so many skills that scale off it. Gives you health, which is great for any melee heroes, and then you've got the flat damage rating and the 1500 critical hit rating, so that's really nice as well. We then have the medallion and Dr. Octopus, nice simple option to go for here because all of our skills have the melee power tag. When it comes to the catalyst, it's nothing you particularly need to look for, but I do like having 418 health when you hit on any melee heroes if I can get that. We then have the Relic of Gibram. This gives you extra photonic energy, and again so many of our skills will scale off this. You can use the melee relic as well should you choose to do that. For the artifacts, you've got the Hand of Doom, which does work great on her because that's strength and energy. Other than that, I'll showcase a nice low level one that's easy to get, the Cybernetic Implants. This can drop anywhere, gives you extra photonic energy, and when you drop below 15% max photonic energy you gain 1500 damage rating to energy powers, and that's for 10 seconds, although it doesn't actually say it there. Now this would be best on slot if all of our skills had the energy power tag, but they don't, only about half of them do, but it's a good starting artifact anyway. But what we'll do for the rest of the video is we've got some gameplay. I'll do a run through of the Sinister's lab, full bounty clear, take down Sinister at the end. As always I'll mention you can see she's not fully geared, so this gameplay is just to show off the rotation and how the build works. But hope you enjoy this gameplay. If there's any questions feel free to ask, and I'll see you all again soon.